Beautiful night, beautiful light, and welcome back to love, peace, and happiness. Tarot. Coming to you once again live from Las Vegas, Nevada. I go by Melinda NailFanatic, and I'm back to deliver this latest free, timeless, collective channel message from the Tarot in the Shadows series. So thank you for the growth on the channel. If you're here, it's by divine design. And if it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it doesn't, leave it where you found it. You always want to make your choices responsibly, because you'll always be responsible, and you can do what you want, but you live the repercussions. So you have questions, I have answers. You could find those facts on my website, located in the title of this live, unedited, uncut, raw, and real broadcast. All right. So after these messages, we'll be right back. Before we pull any cards, soplalo. All right. So we're going to begin by pulling the last card that we'll read. First card out of the deck is from Postcards for Spirit. We'll just set that aside. And I was getting ready to do the pre-show shuffle, and they said, you don't need to do that. I said, okay. And it was like, yeah, you're going to read with only your handmade decks today. So that's what I have in front of me. And I was actually guided to get started from the combined oracle decks that I've been creating. So these are my prototypes. And let's see. What is the Tarot in the Shadows message that I'm to deliver today? What is the Tarot in the Shadows message for this moment, please and thank you? Yeah, this one. All right. Part 2. Wow. Part 2 is important. So in part 1, you learned about your superpowers. You stumbled upon them, found out that you had them, found out that they existed. It says you're in part 2 now. In part 2, not only are you aware that you have your superpowers, but you also have developed some skill in using them, expertise even. So you're not just unknowingly stumbling into some ability that you have at this point. You've been aware of this ability. You have identified it. You've begun to understand how it works, and you've gotten a certain level of mastery over it. Okay. The energy that's crossing at this time, a gift. It can be held, seen, and felt. It's yours. So in part 2, it's like there's another level to your gift that has yet laid dormant. But the way I'm getting it is, as you're exercising your gift with intention and deliberateness, and with precision, hey, guess what? You stumble upon another facet, another development within that gift. You begin to find out that there is something else you can do it. They're showing me the Twilight series of movies. Throughout it, the main character, Bella, has this mental defense wall, and she's not subject to the mind reading abilities of the others, of vampires and such. Okay. But at the end of the series, she's able to let down her defenses. And just prior to that, she finds out she can not only use that mind power for herself, but she can expand it and project it to protect others around her. So it's like that for you. It's like you found out you had certain abilities. You were using them, you got good at them, and then you learned how to really like expand that and put it out there more. But then you found in this part 2, now you're finding another way, either another way to use a known ability or another ability that's attached to it that comes through. Okay. It's like I've channeled energies of passed on loved ones before and ones in spirit. I've done that before, but not as much as I have been recently. Okay. So it could be like that, like your intuitive abilities, now you're channeling and you're showing up in mediumship, or you have the ability to remote view, and now I'm hearing tapping into other remote viewers. Okay, that's wow. Okay. In part 2, there's some sort of physical benefit that comes in, because it says this gift that's coming in can be held, seen, and felt. It's yours. Okay. Below you, like Bob Marley said, every little thing is going to be all right. So, as my house is creaking again, now there's a creak in the corner over here to my left. Mm-hmm. Some of you have been giving yourself so much to spirit and your spiritual gifts and your spiritual path. And there's been some concern about your material well-being. But hey, even spiritual guru, healer, shaman, medicine woman, you need to eat, you need your tools, you need a place to stay, honey. You deserve your prosperity and abundance in this material realm as well. Okay. So it feels like you will be taken care of, where you've been largely focused in your spiritual gifts. Okay, you will be taken care of. All right, behind you, I see us growing old together. I love you. I choose you. I am you. Certainty. That card has come to have new meaning for me in the last week. It speaks about connections. It feels so certain. It's like you can see your future with the certain connection. However, sometimes that is in spirit. It's not in the flesh. And where you're psychic, intuitive, or empathic, it's easy for you to see the divine plan in a situation. So you will be more susceptible and prone to seeing the spiritual connection and interpreting emotionally as though it's your physical connection. This is why, thank you, this is why a lot of narcissist empath relationships happen, is what I'm hearing. Because the empath can see that the narcissist has real love for them and that these two are meant to be together. But what the empath has not always seen is that it's not always in the physical. So somebody's going to be with you, even in your old age. Okay. Some of you, this is talking about a connection to spirit. It could be to any guide of yours, or even to the divine itself. Above you, you have the divine cosign. They said they would change. I've seen it. They are what they say, changed, better, and improved. So back to that empath narcissist paradigm, because that narcissist truly does have love for the empath. But getting their physical actions under mastery is a whole nother subject. there is a design in which these two stay together even until old age. But the assumption is that that's in the physical world, and that's just not always the case, especially in a narcissist empath paradigm. Now, why does the narcissist love the empath so much? Because the empath comes with pure love and intention. And the narcissist is lacking in this experience largely. And this is how they're able to become a narcissist. Okay. They say it happens early in the early formation years when ones are neglected in some sort of way. I hear you can see it in certain sibling relationship where for the first child, things were easier. The first child was more nurtured. The first child was more cared to in all of their needs. Where the second child in infancy stage and early, we're saying like 1 to 5 years old, was not as coddled or cared for. And as a result, began to seek out other ways to get attention, even at that young of an age. Yes. This is where you have your child who's not so cared for, no, not so loved, not so cared for. And we're talking about basic needs, love, food, touch, bathing. Golly, bathing. So somewhere some of you can see that in a real life example of one child who was raised with a lot more direct attention and affection. So the second child, when the second child came along, there's a need to go out more into the workforce. So the second child, I'm getting left alone, even at times that don't seem to be appropriate, okay? Or for lengths of time that don't seem to be appropriate, okay? And has a harder edge to them. This child grows to have a harder edge to them in some sort of way, right? This is already an interesting reading. Let's see what's coming out. Gratitude is the attitude that delivers more. To be grateful for. Grateful. Okay. So somebody changes, but only after they've gone through some form of a spiritual transformation. And part of why you'll always be together spiritually is because when that narcissist goes to spirit, okay, this is why you saw yourself growing old. When this person goes to spirit, they then see everything. And they have gratitude for everything you gave. So some of you are having a hard time moving on from a connection that you know are very well is unhealthy, but you've made that move. You've made that move and you're not sure, what's going to come of that, if anything will, and you're holding on to a hope that somebody will improve their circumstances, improve their lot in life by taking a different type of action, a different course of action. In most of those cases, they're saying 98% of those cases, these people will not, because these people came in to hold a certain vibration. They chose a low vibrational path in order to be the catalyst for the light to grow, for the empowered, authentic, divine being consciousness to expand. Okay. We are digging deep. Okay, what are you doing? Each day with you brings delight new. I look forward to more and appreciate each one I've experienced thus far. You're able actually to find gratitude even in your physical experience now for the challenges that have been presented to you. It doesn't mean you're going back to anybody. It doesn't mean that you want to have this type of challenge in your relationships moving forward. It doesn't necessarily mean that. But it does mean that where you have entertained these difficult relationships, it's because you're benefiting from it. And I feel the spiritual benefit. You are growing. For some of you, I'm picking up on like probably a parent-child relationship. It's like some narcissists, some people like to gaslight and project their negativity and blame game and victim mentality mode. People, you can remove them from your experience because they hold no position in your life. But what do you do when this is your mother or your child or your sister? You know, and some of you will hold on. Some of us, because this is for us, not you. It's for us. Some of us will hold on to these things longer than we need to, and or at least that's how we feel about it. But Spirit says no. You're doing exactly what you need to, because every time something comes up, and especially parents where this is your child that's giving you such a hard time, it's like, that's you. Hello, trigger. Hello, golden mirror. Like, you're looking at yourself in some sort of way. This is your genetics, dude. You can't run from it because it's inside of you. If you weren't attracting it from this person who really does love you, regardless of their behavior, I don't know how I feel about this message so far. This is the opportune method of creating a deeper level of awareness within you of what energy you still hold within yourself and may have been in denial of holding, may not have even recognized that it existed in you. Okay. All right. We have in your environment Sagittarius energy. I'm getting a dual meaning there. And for the first time, I'm actually being guided not to pull a card here. They say later we'll have you pull a card here. But what I'm getting is in your environment, some of you, clearly, there's a Sagittarius person there. But a feeling for all of you that I'm getting is your environment is causing your expansion. Your environment is a catalyst for your spiritual growth. So it's like gifts in people is what's coming up. Even the ones you don't really care for their behaviors. You might love them, but I don't like what you do. You know, I love you, but I sure don't like you. Sometimes it be like that. I love you, but I don't like you. Okay. These experiences and people in your environment are causing a spiritual growth, a spiritual awareness for you, an expansion of awareness for you. All right. Your innermost hopes and fears. Interesting. We have another zodiac sign coming up, Libra. All right. So what I'm getting with this Libra card is you're hoping to create balance in a relationship. You are hoping to be able to see growth and nurture whoever's on the other side of the table in this into a more expanded awareness that this one would allow themselves to float in another vibration, a higher vibration, a raised vibration. Okay. All this is bringing you to, when I'm around you, I get tongue-tied because I'm so excited in your presence. Twitter-pated. Okay. Twitter-pated. It's interesting because what I'm picking up on is there's a connection that you have in your life that triggers you. But it's not one you're going to run from or divorce or move out on or go ghost on, because whoever this is, the position they hold in your life is one of value that you may change the way you interact with this one, but they're always going to be a part of your life. Your child will always be your child. Your mama always going to be your mama, your dad, etc. They always going to be what they are in your life, but you can interact with them differently. What I'm getting is the training that you're experiencing in this connection is preparing you for something that really excites the hell out of you. As a matter of fact, when you're on the other side of this exciting experience that's coming in as a gift for you, you're going to look back and you're going to realize that the strength training from this Sagittarius energy in your environment, where they caused you to look at your own self in a way that was so different that you could do nothing more than grow and expand. It was so invaluable to your success in something that truly just excites the hell out of you. It's like, this is what living is all about, man. Now we're really living, I hear. Now we're really living. Okay. So for some of you, you've been dealing with a difficult person, somebody who presents you with so many challenges, but you have evolved, grown, learned, and applied another level of wisdom till you got really good at it. And because you're really good at it, there's something that's coming up for you. You're going to be really grateful about it. It's going to get you so excited. But the skills from this experience, they're necessary and they're integral piece to your success. You have to be able to act as a balancing agent and keep yourself balanced in every experience, regardless of how much of a challenge the person on the other side of the table presents. That is key to some huge happening that's unfolding for you. The bottom of the deck. It is favorable to be cooperative at this time in this situation. Like I said, this is not the type of connection where you're just going to walk away from it. No, sir, ma'am. This is a type of situation where you stick it through because it's the only thing you really want to do. Like, this is somebody that you believe in, and you believe in yourself and your own abilities to grow and evolve through this experience, and to stick it through no matter where it takes you on the other side of the table. In other words, no matter what this person on the other side of this experience ends up doing and how it turns out with them, you're going to give it. Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? Yeah, that's the energy that I'm getting of you about this experience. You're like, hit me with your best shot. Fire away. And you're like, no matter what you throw at me, I got you. Interestingly enough, earlier today, because we've talked a lot on this channel about spiritual ninjas, this is totally you becoming a spiritual ninja vibe. But I saw my mom. She's like, Koreans do taekwondo. So I saw my mom doing all these taekwondo moves. I'm like, oh, that's so cute. I can't even stop it. So it's like a spiritual martial arts here. You're like a spiritual MMA, baby. You're a spiritual MMA heavy hitter. Yeah, and this experience, it's your jam, man. You've been sparring. You've been sparring with someone here. All right. Yeah, you've been sparring with someone here. Somebody here has been sparring with the Emperor, an Aries energy. And the thing of it is, this Aries energy, the reason I bring it up is because as I cut the cards, one card slid to the side. I peeked at it. It was the Emperor card. They said, okay, now put it back in and do what you do. But that I was to mention it. Okay. So I have the God deck in my hand. Let's see what Bless us, God, creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be, has to say about the divine perspective in this experience. So let's see what we have. All right. Wow. From God's eyes, you shine bright, not like a diamond, but like the sun, baby. That self-regenerating energy. You are in your power. You are radiating energy so profound, so bright. You're bringing light to every dark night. I heard you bringing light to every dark night. Now they're showing me the title of a reading that we did recently. It was entitled, "The Two Demons Sent to Take You Out Return to the Evil Useless." And the idea in that reading was like, they were sent to take you out, but just sitting in your energy, this energy right here, the one that God's talking about, you got is the sun energy. It was healing. And now what they're showing me is, again, my mommy coming through, showing me how she taught me, when you cut kimchi on the cutting board and it gets stained orange, because kimchi is stained, all that's chili in there, it stains the shit out of any white. And at the time we had one of those white, big, huge cutting boards from Sam's Club. And she would tell me, if it gets on, if you splash your shirt or anything, you just lay it out in the sun. It'll be clean in about an hour. There's something about the sun, it just purifies it. It bleaches it. Okay. So if you have something that's got a stain on it like that, especially dishware, I don't know, you can try setting it out under the light of the sun. That might take it out. Somebody here has got, oh, I wonder if that'll work for try it. If it works for kimchi, you never know what else it might work for. But the idea is those two demons, and demons is in air quotes, they're very low vibrational energies is what it is, that were energetically sent to throw you out of your vibe. They walked away from you useless to the evil. Why? Because just like the sun purified the stain out of my mother's cutting board, your energy purified that tainted love out of, tainted love, what? It was poisoned, it was toxic, okay, to some degree. It's like the longer they sat in your energy, the more that taintedness was purified right out of them. So when they went back to the evil, they just wasn't as savage, they wasn't as cutthroat, they wasn't as ruthless. They were useless to the evil, because the evil need them to be cutthroat, ruthless, and all that. Well, what had happened was you showed them some love. You put that good love on them. You radiated your power of the sun. And there was nothing they could do. Like, it was a natural process. I hear it was a natural process. All right. The 10 of Cups is the gift that is going to be held, seen, and felt. It's yours. It looks like God's got a relationship on the charts for you, on the cards for you, on the table for you, in the bag for you. I heard all of those all at once. On the charts, okay. This one is like the top 10 greatest of all time hits. Something about top 10 greatest love experiences of all time. And now they're showing me Anthony and Cleopatra could be significant for someone here, but I don't know too many details about that experience. What I do see is like, this is like the type of relationship that legends. In other words, the family is going to talk about this. It's like the way this comes together and what this relationship turns into. A lot of people are going to talk about it, you know. It's that couple. Yeah, that's what I see. Is coming in with a relationship, okay? We'll see what kind of relationship this is, because it could be a happy family with the 10 of Cups. Could be a happy family. You're going to be happy as hell. That's what I can tell you for sure. For some, it'll be a happy love relationship, romantic partner. For some, it'll be a happy group of friends. You know what I'm saying? It just feels right, and it is right, and it's a balanced energy where everybody's all high vibrational. It's like, hey, it's a party, it's a party, it's a party, and no party poopers got in. Hey, have you ever been in love with somebody and they were a straight party pooper at the party? They were the Debbie Downer, the sad Sally, and the complaining Kathy. Oh my God. It's just not very pleasant. Yeah, there'll be none of them at this party. They can't get in the door. I heard they can't get in the door to the party that's coming up for you. It's the ultimate fulfillment of something here that just leaves you so emotionally satisfied. Okay. Let's see what else. Wow. The Three of Cups. There's a union coming together. Yeah. Opening your heart, sharing the love. This is a situation where you share the love. In part 2, you share the love. It's not one way. It's a happy union. Great friendships. Happy connections with your family members, with your siblings, with your spiritual brothers and sisters. As you're radiating in this powerful energy of the sun, you are attracting beautiful connections that feel so fun. Okay. We have the Two of Wands in the past. Okay, yeah, there was a separation in the past from an energy that at one point you thought you were going to grow old with. And you might even still be wondering, is that going to come back together at some point? And it's like, no, it's not. It's not. And on some level, you know that. I mean, even when it comes up, it feels like, why am I even asking if that's going to come back together again? I shouldn't even be asking that, right? It's because this is a soul connection, you know, and like we said earlier, you probably will be together again. And now I hear Janet's song, and Together Again, playing in my head. There are times when I look above and beyond. There are times when I feel your love surrounding me. Okay. I hear, I'll never forget my baby. Okay. And then it picks up the music. All right. Yeah, see, Judgment card in a reverse, okay, is letting me know that, you know, although somebody is changed in this experience, I heard they've cleared the karmic scales of justice. This connection that you thought will be forever, you're starting to understand that may not be true in the physical world. It's a spiritual connection that will go with you forever. Whatever effect you had in this person's life is going to be long lasting. You made changes to this person's energy by just being there and being you that will forever cause this person to remember you. This person has significantly changed in a very I'm hearing a spectacular and mind-blowing way because of the experience they share with you. Okay. With justice in reverse, judgment in reverse, the final judgment has been rendered here from the spirit realm. Okay. The final judgment had been rendered here from the spirit realm. Any soul contracts, any soul agreements that were made, any of those sacred divine contracts have been fulfilled in this connection. It's being fulfilled. It was fulfilled when this person's energy shifted. Okay. When this person's energy shifted, it was fulfilled. Now, here's the thing. I heard some of us chose to stay longer after that. That was where it was longer than we should. So then my ego is like, well, what the fuck you supposed to go in, turn their heart on, break their heart, and bounce? Well, in some case, yes, because you know this person was not living a lifestyle. Remember, we talked about somebody here having difficulties getting a hold of their physical actions, getting their physical actions under control. Even though the heart and the mind were willing, the physical actions, the physical vessel was not mastered. That's why. That's why they said yes. That's literally what you were supposed to do. Somebody really don't like that. Somebody clicked off. Bye. Bye. Well, I can only give you what I'm getting, and this is what I'm getting. All right, let's see what else. The Eight of Pentacles is in reverse. I see you're grateful that this contract is complete. You're grateful that your energy paid off, your hard work paid off. I don't even feel like you're getting a physical, I don't feel like you're getting a physical confirmation of the change in the other person. It's coming to you spiritually, and how that is being proven to you, the tangible evidence that you're giving is coming through this gift. Whatever this is, spirit is giving to you is somehow connected to this energy that you let go of. That you turned the heart chakra on. You turned on the awareness, the expanded awareness within somebody. And then you went about your business. Like your job in this connection was that, to turn on the heart, to turn on the spiritual awareness, to turn it on in some way. It wasn't for you to stay in it or stay with them or stay in the situation. It wasn't for you about what they do with it once it's on. Your job was literally to turn on the light, to turn on the light in somebody. And you did that. And once that was done, you were done. Did that mean that all of a sudden now they're a light worker and they're out here healing in these streets? No. It means the heart that the light was turned off on all their life, or for a very, very long time, is reactivated. And no matter how much they try to ignore it through their actions, it's still activated. And it's set into a position now where this person is going to go about their life. And this is why the separation is necessary. Because this person is going to go through their life with experiences that is going to keep on triggering them to notice, oh, fuck, my heart is on again. Oh, my God, my heart works. Oh, I felt that. You know what I'm saying? So they were getting ready to go have some experiences. And these experiences are going to help them refocus back to that light that's on inside of them, that light of love that's on inside of them. So some of these experiences will be very difficult, causing them to feel their emotions. Okay, but we needed to turn it on first. It needed to be turned on before any of the following work could be done. And that, I hear, wow, they said that takes a specialist. Interesting, because the idea of specialist has been coming out a lot lately. Both in doing nails and in doing tarot readings, because in nails, I'm like, I think I should start promoting myself as an acrylic specialist, because I am highly masterful with the use of acrylics. Okay, whether it's 3D or blending them or whatever it is, laying it, shaping it, whatever, I'm masterful with acrylic. Okay, and then with the cards, it's like what was coming through is like soul evolution specialist, Christ consciousness specialist, mind mechanics specialist, something like that was coming through. So there's something here about you're a specialist that goes in and turns on the light. It's like the way you love makes people feel love and turns that light of love on inside of them. I heard it takes a special recipe of love to accomplish this, because the love has to be pure enough that it triggers that switch to flip. I heard this is a very safeguarded switch. In those who the switch is not turned on, this switch is guarded by a lot of dark energies. And some of you will even say dark entities. It's guarded by a lot of dark energies. In order to turn that light switch on, you're going to have to broach those dark energies. Those dark energies are, in most cases, experiences that ones have tried to deny, that they'd rather not have lived. It's the tragedies, it's the betrayals, it's the abuses, it's the abandonments, it's the codependencies. And somewhere in here, those are the entities and energies that are blocking access to turning this switch on. But you're a wild card. Wow. Wow. And this is why your trauma bonds, yeah, break it. It's a trauma bond. Okay, how do you truly break a trauma bond, though? Is by, somebody really don't like what I'm saying. It's not going to go anywhere until you transmute it. You have to transmute it. The only way to transmute it is to acknowledge its existence. That's what you caused to happen. Okay, you are really glad and grateful to be out of that cycle that you were in. You had to move through the trauma bonds before you could move forward in something. Okay. You're enjoying and you're learning so much from where you're at. I heard you understand that your comfort zone is not where your growth is. It's not where your dreams live. It's not where those amazing experiences that you've been manifesting for so long. And we've been talking a lot about manifesting versus materialization. But you have been manifesting, and we say that with every meaning of the word, for so long. You know that at some point soon they're going to be materialized. So you sit and you transmute energies. When something comes up in you, you look at how you're feeling. Why do I feel this way? Okay, what's that connected to? Okay, what can I do to transmute these energies? You don't just feel feelings and then act from them and use them as your excuse for your behavior. You actually sit with these feelings that come up and these challenges that come up, and you're processing them. And there's are you still processing an experience here with this one that we talked about in your recent past energy? Okay. And you're still taking the value out of that connection and that experience. I hear even many, many years after that experience has passed. And with my father's sun sign in the position of in your environment, that's definitely what I've done. My dad died in 1993. And I'm still now here in 2022 learning and evolving from the wisdom that came from the experiences of my father. So there's a huge expansion coming in here. You're finding yourself grateful for the strength training that you received. Okay. And with that Sagittarius energy, you have the High Priestess in reverse. So, again, a dualistic meaning there. Let's talk about you and you first, where this reading applies to you and you. You've been listening to your intuition, and as a result, things in your life are growing. You're hitting your goals. They're putting an emphasis on the bow and arrow of the symbol of Sagittarius. They're showing me that. And they're saying, and anywhere where there's been delays or setbacks, think about the energy of pulling back the arrow in the bow in order to give it the velocity it needs when that bow is released and that arrow goes flying. Okay. Now they want me to talk about something completely different. We didn't even get into the second thing here about the Sagittarius energy. But all in all, this is about you expanding for someone. There's a Sagittarius person that we've been talking about here. In your experience, the motherfucker a liar. Okay. But you still keep putting them what they ask for some reason. Okay. The other thing they want to show me is today, it was an interesting day for me emotionally. It's the 15-year anniversary of my mother passing, her transition, when she became my spirit guide. And 1 week from my first girlfriend becoming another spirit guide. And I feel so like a fish out of water, because there's this part of my consciousness that feels tears and pain and sadness, but it's like a residual memory, because it's like my level of awareness now and my baseline vibration is so high that it's like I don't even process painful experiences the same way I used to anymore. And I'm realizing that with these experiences. And what they showed me was your baseline. Where is your baseline? We did a reading that we've shared time and time again. We'll share it again. I'll look it up right now in a minute, I guess, when I'm done twirling my hair. But anyways, where is your baseline? What they showed me is your baseline is so steady and so stable that just like the baseline, the bass string in a guitar, honey, the bass strings in a guitar, when you snap it, when you get snapped out of your vibration of preference, which is set very high, it's like the way they showed it to me earlier was like an elastic rubber band. Something happens, it pulls you out of your vibration. Oh shit. And you like snap. It's an instant snap back into your vibe. So processing these experiences, these transitions, and everything that's came in with it, which has been a whole fuck ton of whoa, mind-blowing, life-altering, consciousness raising, awareness giving experiences, is it brings up still the human emotions, but my response is different. And anywhere where my energy is like, well, this is the part where we get crying and we bawl our head off and we get sad. And it's like, hold on, but I can't do that. I literally can't do that. It's like literally I could feel it there, but my response was different. And it just it was a moment and it moved through. So what I did to honor that was something I did when my father died. I did it when my mother died. And because I realized, oh shit, it's the anniversary of my mother's passing again. And then I thought, wow, damn. And then Jasmine just passed, and oh my goodness. And then there's the whole experience with the pepper spray. And I'm just like, oh my God, I've been through a lot lately. I was like, I need to go process some emotions. So what I did, I got in my car and rode to a parking lot so I didn't get on my neighbor's nerves. And I sat there and I bumped the whole Dark Side of the Moon album from Pink Floyd, baby. That album, it like forced tears out of my soul every time I needed to release energies. I was thinking the same thing might happen again today, and it didn't. It didn't. And but I was rocking out. I was bumping the hell out of my system. Then I went to a business parking lot across the street. I didn't want the neighbors to be bothered by me. So I went over there and I did my thing. And instead of ending up in a ball of snot and tears, that's what I said, I ended up just rocking out to the music. And I was really like, every time where in the past I would have focused on, oh, the pain, oh, the sadness, oh, the missing. It was like, this is why I'm grateful. This is why I'm grateful. And now I hear the song, this is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. Okay. And they said, this is why you hot like the sun, baby. They said, because you got that snap back. You got that snap back. Yes. Like a piranha, that thing bite. Okay. You got that snap back. All right. What else? The Four of Cups in reverse coming out. So there is something that God sees in you where you had a question. Was your rejection the right thing to do? And what God wants you to know is it definitely was the right thing to do. When you rejected another opportunity, when you rejected another go round, You were protecting your sun energy. That's why you got the snapback like you do now. That's why you snap back right into shape, honey, when everything comes up. It was like we've talked before about how sometimes it's like the universe gets your order jumbled up. You canceled that order. You canceled that subscription months ago. Why are they still sending that shit? Somebody says, I canceled that subscription years ago, girl. They still keep sending it to me. And it's like, this is the final time that you call and complain and you're like, listen, that's not what I ordered. I changed my order, or I completely canceled this subscription. Y'all keep billing me every month and y'all keep sending this shit to me. I don't want no more. Take it back. Send a call slip for it. I don't want this and I'm not paying for it. Okay, so it's like finally you told the universe enough times. Hell, thank God. You finally told the universe enough times. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Now they got the goddamn message. See, and the reason why it takes so many times to clear that up with spirit and with the universe is you said no before and then you begged for it back. So we're just going to keep sending it to you because the last time you said no, you was up here boo-hooing and crying and praying for it to come back. Okay, something like that. It's like, we're not just going to be going in here and changing your order every day, Missy. You better pick a direction and stick with it. And right now, you have a lot more yeses than nos. When you get more nos than yeses, fine, we'll cancel your order. Whoo-wee. So you finally had that one no that matters more than any other. It's the no that tipped the scale. Now there are no more no's than yeses. Okay, now they're giving me a play on words. Okay, so now there are more no's than yeses. Okay. One moment. All right. Knows, knowledge, Knows, not N-O. Okay. There are more no's than yeses. You know too much in this experience. That's why you say no, not yes. So, but in relation to, it's like I said, Spirit said, when you get more no's to this energy than you have had yeses to this energy, then the subscription will cancel. It will shift to your new order. I hope that makes as much sense to you as it does in the way they showed it to me, because I really tried to find the simplest way to explain that. That was another thing that I was having a conversation with Spirit with today. It's like, I always try to break things down simply to make it easy to digest. But some of these other readings from other readers sound just so nice and they flow so nice. And then they remind me, but Melinda, you need to be able to be understood by children as much as possible. If a child can understand the message the way you deliver it, the more any adult will be able to grasp it as well. So keep breaking it down to simplicities. And then they're showing me, John Fletcher taught me the acronym KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple, stupid. So somewhere here, that energy comes into play. Was it in the way that you loved this person who you've now rejected, and that turns out to be because of some secrets, some lies, some sort of deception? And it's been a strength training ground for you, but you're grateful that the cycle is over. Okay. Keep it simple, stupid. That's why they finally got the message. That's why the contract, that's why they went back useless. You know what I'm saying? You broke it down so simply, they had no choice but to ingest that shit, consume it, and you know what I'm saying? And take it in. They could not reject it because you made it so simple. And they wasn't stupid enough to miss it. Oh, goodness. Okay. So this comes with the commendation. Keeping it simple is not to be avoided. It should be the way of the day. See, they like to speak in complicated words so that only the few will gather the meaning. Okay? To keep the meaning obscured from the most, they dress it up in a host of fancy words that are hard for anybody to understand without a dictionary sitting next to them. Okay. We want you to keep it simple moving forward as well. Okay? You're not dumbing anything down. You're not dumbing anything down. You're not watering it down. As I went to go fill my glass of water again, you're not watering it down. You're not dumbing it down. You're breaking it into simplicity. Keep it simple, stupid. Okay, and moving forward, that is one of the key factors to the level of success you've had thus far, and it will aid you to continue that moving forward. Okay. Of course, I would drip this beautifully frozen cold water down my chin. Okay. The Spirit says you will be moving on. You are moving on. You've already moved on. They said, you know, a new energy is coming in. A new energy is coming in for you very soon. And you'll know that it's this energy because it's going to really excite your spirit and theirs. You're going to see it on them that they are so excited. There's something here it's almost like I'm scrying, but I'm not. I'm seeing an image come through from the back of the postcard from Spirit sitting up there. And what I see is a woman. She's got kind of a round face. She has very full, puckered lips. She has very full lips. The arches on the top lip are very pronounced, okay? And it's almost like the sides of her lips curl when she smiles. They curl up. She has very full, beautiful lips. Extremely kissable lips, okay? So this might be you or somebody that wants to send some love to you right now. We've never done that before. That was just weird. Sorry, it made me stop and think. We've never done this before. That was just weird. Okay, and I'm just going to leave it there. I want to dig deeper on this. Yeah, you spoke the truth. You seen the truth. We have the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck here. You knew that this was something you had to work through. It wasn't about cutting off. It was about working through it. And going through the experience. You saw challenges. You probably did not have forever in mind once you got deep into this, but there was a point in time where you did really think it was forever. But for the longest time, you did not. Okay. Something happened last year during Virgo season of significance for you. Okay. And there's going to be another big significant happening for someone here during Leo season. The next Leo season coming up here. Okay. What else? Okay. What I'm hearing is that by your level of spiritual development, you have enough wisdom and judgment and spiritual connection to be able to see and issue the judgment. What you didn't know, now this is a specific message. This might not be for all of you. But what you did know is when you render just judgment in a situation because of the way, it's like the way my karma is set up, the way my energy is set up, the way my spirit is set up, the way my love is set up, the way my pure positive energy is set up. When you judge a situation as, I don't need to do that no more, it's like the universe follows your judgment. In other words, they're giving me the 144,000 that would judge from all the tribes. Yep. That's what they're giving me. The 144,000 that would judge from all tribes. Okay. Because of their heart condition. Okay. That This is a really deep spiritual message here, you guys. Yeah, this is some deep shit. All right, this is some deep shit. You done waded through it, though. You did like my mama said. You stood up, you washed yourself off, and you moved on. You didn't stay in it. Okay. In your energy comes celebration. Yeah. You know you completed something here. You have cause for celebration. You're happy with the end of this karmic cycle. Happiness is what is here to greet you. It's like you're being met by happiness with the Ten of Cups and happiness. This is beautiful. And your happiness, interesting, is interesting. It's drawing to you. I heard it's drawing to you like a moth to a flame. Now, what's the thing with the moth? If it gets too close to the flame, it's gonna burn the heck up, right? Well, you are showing up as the sun energy, honey. You are the flame. You're drawing in the energy of a manipulator. Or you have. I feel like some of you are still coming into this experience, but I'm seeing it in every way of the timeline. Like, you just finished this, you're about to do this, you're in the middle of it. Where are you in the timeline? You need to know. Take the messages as they relate. We often talk in past tense anyways. Yeah, you having a union with somebody who's a manipulator. Again, somebody here has secrets. For someone, it was that there was always a third party situation. Okay. You didn't want to block somebody, but you had to. You didn't want to render just judgment on somebody because you knew that was going to really put them out of touch with the light, because you are the light. And you said, but I can't take responsibility for that. That's not my fault. Yeah, although you have a lot of love for this person, I see, you're grateful that this experience is cut, that it's done, it's fulfilled. And you're going to go focus on your passions. But guess what? You get a new assignment. Yeah. Angel number 611 coming through. You get a new assignment coming in. The new assignment has to do with learning another way of growth and of expansion in a new way. I see somebody here really just wants your forgiveness. Somebody, that could be why this manipulator is coming back into your experience, because they want your forgiveness, because they know that you know. But one thing that you know is you're not afraid to say no anymore, to keep yourself in balance. And you know that you're actually, you're hoping that this person is too afraid to come to you with that bullshit of, I need closure and can you please forgive me? You're like, I hope this person is too afraid to come to me and even talk to me about that, because I don't need to do this. You know what I'm saying? There will be no fresh start in this situation with this person trying to come back around to you. They want forgiveness. And hold on. With the psychic at the bottom of the deck here with my OG words of clarity, and the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the God deck, like, honey, you saw the truth in this psychically, intuitively. Your intuition is on point. And that's why you're like, no, that's not going to happen. Sorry, not sorry. It ain't going down like that, and I ain't going out like that. You're not doing it. You're not playing this game with someone. So, excuse me. What I'm getting is to look at the energies on the other side of the table. So let's see. I'm being guided to use my other handmade tarot deck. Like I said, they wanted me to use all handmade decks tonight, rather than published decks or decks that I have purchased. They wanted me to use the ones that I wrote, I designed, and I cut in regards to circle cards. Okay, so let's see. Show me the other person's energy. What tribe needs to understand moving forward? Okay, what do you want to show them about the other person on the other side of the experience? Let me see. Show me. The world. Okay. All right, cool. So the person they're going to show you about is a new person, because the old person, what they want you to know about them is it's over. The world, you successfully completed that cycle. That's done. So now let's talk about your new energy coming in. Let's see the new energy coming in. They said you had a new assignment. A new assignment had been issued, right? So let's see the new assignment. It's showing up as the Hierophant. Some of you, your new assignment is to be a teacher. Some of you, the new assignment is a Taurus. Some of you, your new assignment, though, is to be a teacher in this, okay? But let's go ahead and follow the experience of it being a Taurus, because when I was asking the question, I did feel the vibe of a new person, because they were telling me that, you know, you got a new like spirit is bringing some new person into your life. And I do feel for a lot of you, we are talking about a romantic connection. I feel it. I'm sorry. I don't even like saying it, but I'm going to say it. Why don't I like saying it? I don't like saying it because this has been a very spiritual reading, and it hasn't been so much about the physical connection, although it's been all about the physical connection. You know what I'm saying? And I guess part of me is not, it's like, do it all over again. Maybe that's just, yeah, they're saying it's just a human part of you that right now is not even willing to really want to entertain that at this point. They're saying the Two of Pentacles is what's happening in this person's physical experience. So they're going through some changes, okay? This person is moving from one place to another for someone. This person is moving from one job to another. This person is working 2 jobs for someone. This person works in 2 different locations for someone else. Okay. There's something here about this person is trying to find balance in their physical experience. Okay. What you need to know about this person is the King of Cups. So this person, as long as they keep themselves in balance, they're very happy-go-lucky. They're high vibrating. They have a level of emotional mastery, and they know how to keep themselves in balance. Wow, they also know how to keep their head in check. The 4 of Pentacles is showing up in the new person's headspace, in the new assignment. They know how to keep their head in check. I heard this person could keep some of their thoughts to themselves because they know better. What they showed me with that was, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. So sometimes this person will keep their thoughts to themselves because they might be kind of a smart ass or sarcastic, or every now and then slip into some judgmental ideas. And I'm also hearing it's that they are able to know when their words will be accepted, or I heard spat upon. In other words, if they sense that what they got to say, regardless of whether it's true or not, is going to evoke too strong of a reaction, or it's going to fall on deaf ears. Thank you. If they sense it's going to fall on deaf ears, they won't even say it. They won't even do it. This person also has ability to keep their monkey mind on a leash. In other words, they understand that the human brain is constantly trying to quantify known information, trying to figure out what manila folder did this go into. And it doesn't always work that way. So this person doesn't allow the afterthoughts and the overthinking and all that stuff. They don't participate in that. This person will rather go meditate, go take a nap, put on a good song, or watch a movie, or do anything else besides that. Okay. Show me about this person spiritually. This person is in alignment. This person knows how to process their emotions. We have the Nine of Swords in their spiritual position. It is coming out as in alignment. Okay. There are still, there's some aspects to their spiritual abilities, however, that keeps them a little bit in fear. They have more power than they're willing to embrace all the time. Like they haven't fully embraced what's available for them spiritually. In some way, they're afraid. In some way, they're fully aligned. Okay, what does that mean? Well, they're fully aligned with understanding that there is a rhythm and a flow to the universe. They just don't want to hear the voice. They don't want to see the apparition. And they don't want people to know shit that they shouldn't know. That's what's going to be fun about this, is that you come in with the science knowledge as well as the spiritual knowledge. This person might be more of a scientist than a spiritualist. Okay. But because of the way you're able to explain in terms of energy, instead of just spirits and ghosts and guides and God, this person opens their mind some more, because they're actually in a very receptive learning state, but they need to see something that is quantifiable. They're good at keeping the monkey mind in check, but they like evidence. This person really likes evidence, so that everything can be filed great, and he or she can keep their mind in a state of organization instead of in disarray, because now they don't understand how this could happen and how that could happen. This is the type of person that will want to go and investigate paranormal shit just to try to see what's really causing it to happen. This is the type of person that would want to study the synaptic patternings of the brain when somebody is having psychic visions and stuff like that. This person has that kind of an intellectual side to them. Okay. A little more scientific than spiritual. Okay, just saw someone sitting on my bed over here. Oh, okay. All right. What I hear is this person actually shut down a lot of their psychic eye in their early childhood before the age of 15. Something significant happened in their experience where they saw a ghost, they saw spirit, they heard spirit, something moved that wasn't supposed to. They had some sort of paranormal experience, and that's why they become the way they are. But yet they still believe in God. They still believe in greater powers. They just get a little freaked out by some of the ways this stuff shows up, and they be trying to understand and explain it away. I heard another question about this person. What's the purpose for this connection that's coming in? Wow, the Ace of Swords. I love it's victory energy. Okay, it's truth. And again, it's the conversation. Like I said, somebody here is coming into your life, and what you will find is the experience you went through with all the last connections, whoever was on your mind from the last spreads we were doing, that is necessary for this, because it is. Okay, we have alignment of energy with the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the God deck, and now the purpose here is the Ace of Swords in this, and they're showing me it's aligned. The reason you went through everything you went through before with whoever this was that you rejecting and you're saying no is because it was set to align you with this person. Okay, this one, I heard you're going to say yes to this. For some of you, this is a connection that's going to develop, and I heard in 2 to 4 years, you're going to be in a higher level commitment with this person. So, interesting. I'm hearing, what else do you want us to know? Is the Queen of Pentacles. Your point of power is in continuing to focus on your own soul growth and development. That's what they want you to know in this. And one more, they said temperance. Everything will come in divine timing. Be patient. They said, and enjoy your time on your own. Enjoy your downtime. In other words, you get time to decompress before your briefing. And then after your briefing, you're going to get a little bit of leave time before your new assignment. I hope that makes sense to everybody here. So you do have a new assignment coming in. You're going to have some time available. You successfully leveled up here. If you were wondering about somebody from a past connection of any type and returning to it, and you were in harmony with this reading, it resonated with you, made your soul string sing because you heard the ring of truth. Yeah, no, that's not happening. Okay. So with that, let's go into your final message, which was the first card we pulled from the postcards from Spirit. And it says, Dear you, human beings spend a huge percentage of life asleep. Not just in bed, but the kind where you forget you are a spiritual, immortal being, taking on a temporary human form. It's not your fault. Everyone suffers from spiritual amnesia once in a while. As you develop an identity, an ego, you begin to see through the eyes of a small self and have less connection to your soul self. You may not recognize this is going on, but you sure can feel it. We're here to remind you to look through your soul's eyes and see that magic is everywhere. Infinite potential lies in Spirit, who is teaming with you to fulfill the contract you made to contribute to the evolution of the whole world. Wake up and remember that all the help you need is orchestrated in the invisible realms. Your mind, in alignment with divine intelligence, is unstoppable. The world is yours to co-create. You are so loved, and we are all behind you. That's what we have for this session of Tarot in the Shadows. Until next time. I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at LPHtarot.com. As in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours. And of course, me and mine. Until next time. 감사합니다. Gracias. Later, baby. That's all, folks.